You know, I was really proud of, I don't know, the guys today. They're gelling together. They're having fun. They want to play football. They're having fun. And we did a lot of good things tonight. A lot of good things tonight. And their defense was outstanding. And, you know, the turnovers. When you get turnovers and you turn them into touchdowns, man, that's huge. And our offense did a lot of good things. I want to start balancing out the run game with the pass game. Where the first game I was just relying upon the run game. But I thought Chase threw the ball extremely well. Made some big plays. I mean, this is our best receiving corps we've had for sure. And a lot of confidence. They played with confidence, played hungry, and we got to keep that attitude.
So, how important is tonight's effort, which was quite dominating against the Nighthawks, going into your road stretch?
Well, it is, and I've told the team. I mean, you know, usually in the NFL or wherever, you know, for us, you got to win all your home games, split the road games. You know, we don't want to plan on splitting the road game. We'll do better, but you got to win your home games, or you're not going to have a chance. If you can't win at home, you're in trouble. So, you know, and I told them there's only been one team that's going to be undefeated after tonight in this league. You know, but I tell you what, you know, they're having fun now. They wanted the day off tomorrow. I said I'll meet you halfway. You guys come in. You got to look at the tape. Okay, I'm not letting you off that, but you guys look at it in your own when you agree to do that. And but you got to come in and watch it, and they get excited about it. They deserve it after that. But the other thing I told them, I said, guys, I'm warning you right now. If we spend too much time looking in the rearview mirror, we're going to get in an accident. Okay? We got to be looking forward at what's next. And I didn't let up on them this last week, and I'm not going to let up on them this coming week.
Can you talk about just how the defense has been able to be so dominant through the 2 games?
Well, I'll tell you what, we get pressure on the quarterback. I mean, we do get pressure on the quarterback, and you know, we just really haven't given up a lot of big plays. And you know, we're a little nicked up right now. It's my only concern. We got a lot of little things, a little sprained ankle, a little shoulder this, a little hamstring this. Nothing major, but it might dictate how we're going to practice. And I'm really proud of this team about how they keep their focus. They get ready to go out there. They're going to get after you on all phases of it. And you know, we just got a lot. I think the team's good. And you know, I gave Randy Ball the game ball. He's our director of personnel. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job for us. This may be our best team. I don't know. We'll know that at the end. But you know, it was a hard off season getting players. He did a great job for us.
Can you talk about what was your impressions of the crowd tonight?
You know, obviously I want a bigger crowd, and I know it'll always be a later arriving crowd. I don't know how much the presidential debate or whatever, but we haven't marketed it. We haven't been able to. We will now, and you know, the fans that are there are great. I mean, they're awesome. And when I talk to people and they, you know, they say, "Hey, I came to the game, man. I brought a buddy of mine. We're completely committed to this. This is great football." And you know, it is good. We play good football. We win, and we're Las Vegas. We are Las Vegas. We just got to get more people like that to come out.
So tonight's game, the offense really seemed to, again, not much like the defense, really seemed to gel, seemed to be firing on all cylinders. How do you get them going so quickly with such a short preseason?
Well, I think that these guys are really focused in. I think I got a good coaching staff. I think I kept it to, you know, we demand a lot from them, you know. I mean, those receivers, I jumped them so bad the other day. And they came out and they made plays and all that. And, you know, they're good guys. They're good guys. And, you know, we just take our time coaching. I think we do a good job of coaching. I think everybody in this league does a good job of coaching. But the players respond. You got to give them, ultimately, the credit. I mean, they're out there doing exactly what we tell them to do and with a good attitude and that. So, I mean, we did look like, I had people in the NFL in the first game, and this one was even better. That, you know, you guys look pretty polished, not part of playing very long. So I guess the key is, you know, when you start the season, just practice for about 5 days, and here we go.
Coach, you talk about that polished look. Is that kind of because of your philosophy and how you approach the season or your coaching style in general? But we noticed in the other game last week, it wasn't as clean as the Locos have been. And is that a credit to you and your staff?
I think it is. It's a combination of everybody. I mean, it's not just the staff. It's not just the players. It's an interaction together. You know, that we coach them. And again, it goes back to Randy. He picked the right guys. You know, I've never And it was just a different off-season trying to get the talent. And but at the end of the day, I think we got players that are, like I described, passionate, committed to being a good player. We got coaches the same way, and we start gelling that way. But you know, it was a good game. I mean, we really played well. But I got one eye on that game where we played tonight, and one eye on how I want to get them better. I'm not. We made a lot of mistakes that we could change. Well, it was pretty good. You know, our fans liked it. They liked it.
About Wally Dada, his performance, I mean, the defense in general was completely dominating, but specifically him creating points.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, you know, he's a veteran. He's been with us for 4 years. He knows what I expect and what this team's about in the league and everything else. And, no, he's an excellent player. Excellent player. I've always trusted him. That's the best thing I think you can say about a player, especially if that trust him. Yeah.
Titus Ryan.
Yeah, he really stepped up. I mean, he got talent now. He got talent. You know, we look like we got two big receivers. One time I'd call for 3 tight ends in the game, and we didn't. I thought we had 3 tight ends. And then, because I was looking at these guys up there, and I couldn't see the numbers exactly, but one of them was A.J. Jackson. And I went, oh, hell, he looked like a tight end to me because he was turned sideways, you know. And then we had to run another tight end on. But we got some big receivers that really run.
Coach, you also had a chance to get all 3 quarterbacks in tonight. Was that just because of the state of the game, try to get those guys reps to keep them fresh?
I've always wanted to play all my players. They come in here and play this league. I want them all to play. I want to find a way that they can all play. But the quarterback's difficult, you know. And so, you know, I told the Qs at halftime that, you know, if we come out and nothing disastrous happens real quick, and I'm gonna get Chase out. He wanted to play one more series, but they were really good because Chase said, no, he should get Brian should get a chance to play. And got Brian in there and let him play. He played good. He threw the ball well, did a good job. But then I want to get Zach in there. Well, then they had their long drive, last drive, and then, you know, kind of switched over a little bit. But I want to play ball. Good?
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
We're always a lot more fun when you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll win.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks, Coach.